Hello, everyone. Welcome to another session. I call it hashtag social with Sarah, but it's just honest conversations that I'm having with business owners during this time of COVID-19 and with a positive outlook. So today I have a special guest, Suzanne Pack with Celebrated Reflections. And Suzanne, can you just give us a little background on your business?
I can.
Mhm.
I have a portrait photography business that I started about 3 years ago. I specialize in women's portraiture, especially personal branding for women. I love for them to be the face of their brands. So many of them don't like being photographed. So many of them are hiding behind the business and aren't coming forward. And I love giving them the opportunity to come out and be the face. And it's
Right.
amazing when they do that, how much their businesses actually change.
Exactly. Yeah. I love that. And if you can't tell what she does, you can see it right behind her. So that's so smart, right? Good marketer right there. And then we've also, her and I've connected on several live events when we could actually meet in person and other things. But her and I, we have the same philosophy about your business card. Like, especially women, put your picture on there. It just means a lot.
Definitely.
And you just build a deeper relationship with your clients and customers. We love to see you, the smiling, beautiful face. So contact Suzanne if you need help with that, your
Thank you.
photos and things like that. So just honest conversation. How is your business doing during this time?
Well, it's had some obvious changes because what I do as a photographer is get close to people and meet with them. And that's primarily what I was doing. But in addition to that, I was working with, or I do work with a lot of my clients building their brands. So I will bring them into my office. We'll talk colors, we'll talk fonts, we'll talk websites, we'll talk imagery for their, Instagram feeds or a marketing piece.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm able to continue doing that. I just do it through a Zoom call. I do it, uh, from my office and their office, but it's easy these days with the technology to get that kind of thing, done. And
Mm-hmm.
with people being out of work, maybe their photo session has to get put back on the back burner for either financial reasons or just because things have changed. But I had chosen to just not do photo sessions until I really kind of understood what this illness was and how easy it might be transmitted from one person to another. But there was, I don't know if you followed any of those guidelines that were set for businesses that could stay active, but if you have a photo studio in your home, you could continue working.
Mm-hmm.
And I do have a photo studio in my home, but I also have 4 other people that live in this home with me, and bringing in other people and maybe spreading this virus wasn't going to be a good idea
Right.
for me.
Oh yeah.
So I pushed my photo shoots to unknown
Yeah.
time because I don't know exactly when they're going to say things are safe for us to start doing that again.
Mm-hmm.
But if it goes long enough, then what I'll probably do is figure out how to have photo sessions. They'll have to probably
Mm-hmm.
be outdoors. I'll probably wear protective gear.
Mm-hmm.
But there might still be people out there who need their photos taken during this time. And
Mm-hmm.
I'm a photographer.
Yeah. Yeah. That's great. No, and your family's first, there's safety and health. So I would have
Yes.
done the same thing, just kind of put it on hold for now.
Yes.
At least the photography session. So, but what other changes have you made to your business during this time?
Well, I've some of those clients who are now not working on their regular jobs, but maybe they're dusting off projects that they haven't worked on, like websites, marketing pieces, ebooks, and things like that. They need help.
Yeah.
These are things that I do, not that I market and not that I sell out loud a lot of times, but I work with my private clients this way.
Right.
So I've just done more of it. I do have a client that I have regular daily work for, and website design for,
Mm-hmm.
and blogging and marketing for. So I've been able to keep working every day. And then some of the women that I have photographed in the past, I have worked on helping them, build those graphic design materials that they needed,
Mm-hmm.
and just haven't had the time to work on, but also don't have the skill set to work on them. So I kind of come from the belief system of teach a man to fish. And I feel that you're a better client if I teach you a little bit about what it is that you
Yeah.
are trying to get done. So I have one-on-ones with them on designing those projects, working with Canva or another piece of software to get the projects done that they are trying to get done. And whether or not they choose to say, okay, Suzanne, thank you so much, but can you just do it for me? Or thank you so much, I'm going to run with this. Either way works.
Right.
And I always feel that they're a better consumer of the services if they know, what it looks and feels like to actually be
Mm-hmm.
working on one of their projects. So I work with a lot of other entrepreneurial women. I've met them in networking events. So I've been able to develop relationships with them, and they know the rules. If they need to know how to do something, if it takes them longer than 10 minutes to figure it out, give me a
Mm-hmm.
call, because I'm going to help them solve it a lot faster, and they won't
Right.
have that frustration level, and they're going to get it done. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm not
Yeah.
saying I can do everything,
Yeah.
but it comes to a lot of the office stuff that they're trying to accomplish in their businesses. I do have a large skill set there,
Right.
and I'm able to help.
Yeah, and that's why I wanted to point out that you're a branding photographer, right? But a lot of marketing and photography people, I mean, we have other skills, you can do so much. And I really feel like that's amazing that you do graphic design and you're helping people with their websites, building a website from scratch. I don't know if every photographer can say that, but you can say that, Suzanne. So
Well,
it's
it brings a
awesome.
certain, a lot of us don't realize that we have so many extra skills that make whatever it is that we do better.
Mm-hmm.
But knowing some of the things that I know about graphic design and website design and image sizes means that when I go to take your photos, one of the first things that I ask you is, where are these photos going to go?
Yeah, that's
Because I'm
exactly.
going to try and make them fit the space, fit the emotion, fit the
Mhm.
business in the way that it needs to be fit. And I don't think I realized that was going to be a benefit to knowing those things, but lo and behold,
Oh,
it
definitely.
is.
Yeah. Yeah. And I
So
think during this whole time of transition for a lot of business owners, we're figuring out, oh yeah, people don't know how to do this. Actually, there's been so many people teaching how to even operate Zoom, because people don't know. So those people are coming out and saying, I know how to do this. How can I help? Right. And then I put even a resource list together on my email and sent it to people. I use Google Drive. Everything's been remote in my business since I started. So this is nothing new. We're just shifting a little bit of meeting with clients over Zoom instead of in person and things like that. But yeah, like
no,
we have so many talents. We have so
technology has
many.
really saved our hiney
Yeah.
the last several days, don't you think?
Oh yeah.
And
So
some businesses even can still function
yeah.
using technology. And there are many photographers that are doing a variety of things to document what's going on in our society right now. They're photographing families outside of their homes.
Yeah.
They're photographing the empty streets. I mean, it's
I know,
amazing.
I've seen that. Mhm.
And so most of what I do is directly with people, and I hadn't really set up anything to go outside of the house and start reaching out to people and
Mhm.
photograph them. And depending on how long this social distancing lasts, I may need to, figure out how to still be a
Mhm.
photographer
Yeah.
during a time like this. And it
Yeah.
might mean donning all kind of
Mhm.
protective gear.
Yeah. And
And
you do mostly indoor in your home, your indoor studio, and now you're gonna have to do outdoor or something, like a little more shifting. But
some of that,
yeah.
and the indoor can still have a similar problem,
Yeah.
of just that safety, bringing in an outsider into your home. And people's brands are different. Some people's brands require a studio and lighting and varieties of things like that, whereas other people's brands are more light and require outdoors. And that would still, I think you could maintain your 6 feet
Yeah.
with your client and have a great photo session with them.
Yeah, I think so too. Yeah. And I love outdoor photo shoots. I just love the
Yes.
natural light too.
I do
So,
too. I do too.
yeah. So Suzanne knows her stuff though, but just, and then any other hopeful or inspiring tips for other business owners during this time?
Yes, I would like to encourage as much as you can to look at this time of change, even though it was out of your hands and you can't control it, as an opportunity.
Yeah.
Believe it or not, change happens for a reason. And if we can look at it as a learning opportunity of what we did with it, instead of being upset about it happening, we get so much more done.
Right.
And we usually grow because we're coming out of our comfort zones.
Mm-hmm.
And how many of you entrepreneurs out there who have been dreading doing your Facebook Lives and uncertain about getting on camera are actually doing it? So think
Yeah.
about all the things that you had to figure out how to do during this time of working from your home.
Yeah.
So I'd like to just encourage people to look at it as an opportunity rather than something to dread.
Yes. Mm-hmm. And then knock out those things on your to-do list that
Oh,
you
for
put
sure.
off forever.
For
Such
sure.
as I've been getting a lot of requests for online branding and online, they're just touching up, making over their online presence. So that's something everybody's
Yes.
working on right now.
Yes.
So yeah, this has been great. Thank you so much for sharing all your knowledge and your wisdom. And where can we find you again?
I do have Facebook and Instagram and LinkedIn presences. I have a website. You can find me usually under Celebrated Reflections.
Yeah.
So it's easy to find me.
Yeah. So reach out to Suzanne if you have any other questions about personal branding and even graphic design and or a website. So
Thank you, Sarah.
Yeah, thank you so much, Suzanne. And thanks everybody for listening and for joining. And I'll be back next week again with more entrepreneurs and just seeing how everybody's doing during this time. So thanks for joining.
Thank you.